And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2017 YugiTuber Grand Championship. In this match, we have Kaminakat and his Gishkis going up against HardLeg Gaming and his Kristrons. But before we get into it, big shout out as always to MST.TV for his amazing artwork, hooking us up with the intro and the logo. Be sure to check out his channel and give him a sub. But with us for the commentary, once again, we have the Sky Scourge, Fluffle Burning Abyss legend himself, DZeef.
Yeah, so Simo asked me to come on this because I'm like the only person that actually knows what the Gishki cards do, because I've played this deck a lot for some reason. Unfortunately, neither of us know a ton about the Kristrons. We know that they synchro on the opponent's turn.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Kristrons, yeah, for the most part, they're a water machine-based archetype. The tuners have an effect that they can synchro during your opponent's turn, so kind of similar to Yang Zings, and then the non-tuners all have effects that like bring out the tuners, and then they have effects that trigger when they hit the graveyard as well. So we're going to be learning along with some of you guys at the same time while watching this.
Yeah, and Kaminakat, man, a man after my own heart. He loves a lot of decks that I love, but the Gishkis are cool. So there's Vision and Shadow. Both of them can search cards by discarding, but they also can be used as a full tribute for the ritual summon. And Gishki Zilgagez, or however you pronounce that guy, he's crazy. Nuts. You can just pay 1,000, you draw a card and reveal it. If it's a Gishki card, you get to shuffle a card on the field back to the deck, and it's non-targeting. And man, he's just going off. So you can tribute it for that, and then the mirror itself can shuffle back in the deck to add the one that he tributed. But yeah, it's crazy. So will he hit a Gishki?
Let's see. I mean, he's playing a full Gishki deck, so the odds are probably
so it doesn't target. Yeah, so HardLeg will have to chain the Kriston card just in case. Because you don't know if it's going to hit a Gishki until it's too late.
So Citri's really cool. So we activated that in response. That allows him to special summon a Kristron from either his graveyard, and then immediately once that resolves, he gets a synchro for a Kristron monster. So that's it's almost kind of like a Psy-Frame Circuit, the field spell. It kind of has a cool effect like that.
That's cool. And you drew the Instant Fusion, which once again, so you don't have to discard the card if it's not a Gishki. You just don't get to shuffle. And Instant Fusion is super good because Shadow is level 4 water, and that means Bahamut Shark, and totally awesome. Because remember, for this tournament, Paleozoics are banned, but not frogs. And even if frogs were banned, totally awesome is a toad, not a frog. And Gishki
technicalities, semantics,
Beast,
everyone.
is also another one-card Bahamut Shark. Because it just summons a Gishki from the grave, and that's really cool. He banished 2 of them, though, but he has one in hand. He already used his normal summon. But basically what that means, assuming he's playing 2 Bahamut Shark, is that this turn he can Instant Fusion for Bahamut Shark. Next turn he can do the same thing with Gishki Beast, and that's a lot of Bahamut Sharks.
Yeah, and I believe that Kristron Synchro Monster actually forces all special summon monsters into defense position.
So lose one turn?
Yeah, so it's kind of like a lose one turn from what I understand. So putting that Zalgagas in defense mode is that big zero defense.
Right. I wonder if he's probably playing rank 10s. I mean, most people do. At this point, though, he has like a ton of options just because the mirror and grave, he could add it back to his hand, and then he could tribute the on-field Zilgagez to summon another one, and then potentially hit another monster. But I don't know if that's super great. So what is he going? He went for
he Norden brought back the Vision, and now he's going to add back the Zilgagez.
I would not be surprised if we saw a Herald of Pure Light. That's a pretty standard play.
He's got it there. At this point, he just has to worry about his Zilgagez like getting killed. I mean, obviously he can just bring out another one next turn, but I mean, if you have a way to out it and not keep it from dying, that's obviously ideal. Right.
So Herald's cool because you can put back bad cards and just add back the discarders. Yeah, I'm assuming he's going for. I mean, either one of them really, because they both search cards. So
yeah, because
Shadow searches the spell and Vision searches monsters. Put back the Betunaful Princess.
And now he's going for his Aquamirror again, precursor to Nekroz, and he's got his second Zilgagas out on the field.
Why was that one not switched to defense? What's going on there? Is that just when...
when the Kristron monster is special summoned, switches all special summoned monsters to defense mode. I got a glimpse of the text there really quick. So
now he's going to do a shit ton of damage, and then overlay for rank 10, most likely the Super Dora cannon thing. I don't know what the card's called.
The Super Dora Rail Cannon.
Yeah. That guy.
So those cards have such long names.
Yeah, and you can see in his banished pile, he also has Mountain of the Bound Creator, which makes the level 10 ritual guy untargetable. So that makes him, and he can't be destroyed by card effects either. So that's like crazy.
Yeah. He loses the Norden in the end phase.
Had to waste the Norden.
But I still think that was the best play though, because he cleared the monster and he actually made it so that the well, I mean he has Regeki, but the
this thing
super
protects
door is
itself,
fine.
so that's
Yeah,
pretty crazy.
so that's fine. Yeah, but yeah, I think he did the best he could because then he got to make the door instead of having his first Zilgagas, being susceptible in defense there. So I think that was probably the best thing he could have done.
Right, and he has like a lot of momentum here because he can beast for Shadow and make a Bahamut Shark, or he can beast for Gishki Abyss, which is the guy he normal summoned last turn, and then search any other Gishki. So then he has Vision and another Gishki, and he can start ritual summoning. Although I know he banished some Gishkis off of Desire, so he's probably running low on cards, and some Christian stuff is happening.
Yeah, so
Cimo, take it away. Explain it.
The Sulfur guy, you can special summon him by discarding a Christian monster, and then when he's special summoned, you have to destroy a card on your field. So he destroyed himself, and then when the Christian monster, when that Sulfur guy is destroyed, you get to special summon another one from your deck. So he went to the tuner again, and now he's pretty much just doing a bunch of plays here just to recur a bunch of other monsters. We saw the Citri from the previous turn, so then he can special summon something back. He can sync into something during Kaminakat's turn here to somehow maybe out the Super Door. I don't know how he's going to do it, but...
So the Crystons can only do the Synchro Effect in the main phase? So like formula? Yeah, it looks like it.
I think so.
Briefly went over it. So that's why we see the Super Door effect in the standby phase.
Yeah, because Kaminakat just wanted to protect the Super Door just in case of any of HardLeg Joe's shenanigans here.
Right, so I wonder if he'll go for another Ritual Summon or if he'll go for a rank 4 plays. Depends on... Okay, so he is going to go for the Shadow.
And Citri's going to chain in response, so we're going to see something come out here.
It's crazy to watch Crystons too, because he like special summon a whole bunch of stuff and then just pass with 2 tuners, but I'm assuming like stuff's going to happen here.
So Quandam has an effect that I completely missed because I was trying to read it, but I know people use Quandam like sometimes in Mermail to have like a level 4 water that they can use for Toad, but I don't know like what its actual effect is. Special summon 1 synchro monster. Okay, something like that. I don't know.
Well, at least we know half the decks.
I know. We know what the main.
So he does play double Bahamut. Okay, so I kind of figured that. It seems pretty standard. Is he going for lightning? Oh no, he's going for Bahamut. So this would force HardLeg to do something if he wants to not just get killed by. Okay, so we're synchroing
the Quandam. Yeah. So he's going for everything.
Oh my God! What?
So if this
That's 2 tuners.
Yeah. So the Crystons require multiple tuners and a non-tuner, whereas most like that require multiple, it's the opposite.
Holy shit! He can just banish 3 cards when he summons that.
Evidently.
Oh my God! What? That's wild.
Yeah.
Now he's probably checking like what he has banished. I don't know if you play the second instant fusion target. Probably not.
I was gonna say, would you play like rare fish in this deck?
I mean, no. You're just kind of hoping that that doesn't happen. I
mean, you're hoping you already won by this point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even. Theseus isn't very good, so I mean, rare fish doesn't do that much in this deck. This deck doesn't have a. Usually, it doesn't have level 4s on board. It just the Gishki Beast and the Norden making a Bahamut are really good. So he does have 1 Zilgigas left, and I don't know. Did HardLeg banish the mirror? No, so the mirror is still in the grave. Oh, he banished the ritual, so you can't shuffle the mirror back.
Shuffle, yeah. So and then
so
when
he's not attack over it. Does it have battle protection or something?
So when it's destroyed, he gets to special summon another Crystron that's banished to his field, so he can bring Citri back and pretty much do all the shenanigans again.
Well, that's actually just crazy.
Okay.
There's level 5-1? What is happening?
So that's the same thing with the Sulfur. So he discarded to special summon it, and then it pops itself, and then he's going to trigger the effect probably to bring out one from his deck.
I mean, I just want to say I'm really impressed with Crystons right now.
I am as well. This is
I
a
definitely
really good
thought
match.
that this was like totally in Kaminakat's favor, and there's stuff happening. There's cards banishing, and there's a 3,000. I was like, wow, he can't make Trish that field. There's 2 tuners. Well, joke's on me. He doesn't need to make Trish. Like, what is this? This is crazy. I feel like this is probably how like people I play against feel like when I'm playing like garbage decks that don't do anything, like Fluffles or whatever, Sky Scourge, and like just finish your play and then I'll read the last card you summon.
And then he has the Starlight Junction on the board now, which
what's that do?
I believe that just allows him to do synchro summons during his opponent's turn as long as he has a synchro monster on the field.
Sure.
So which makes sense with the theme of the deck.
I'm assuming he's checking to see if he has a Shadow left in deck. I would guess that's what he would want to search.
And so he's going to go with the Citri again. We've already seen this. Special summons out a monster, and then he's going to immediately Synchro. And he's got 3, 2... Okay, so he's going for the Quandam again.
Okay.
And the Quandam was the one that allowed him to sync again.
Yeah. So he should have... What?
Oh, so the Starlight Junction shuffles the card back. It may return it to the hand, obviously, because it was an extra deck monster. But
yeah.
So when a monster is synchro summoned like during the opponent's turn, I guess he gets to bounce a card. That's insane. Yeah,
so ignoring the disruption from these Crystron's cards, the most he can do here, Kamina can do here, is Shadow Search for the mirror and then summon the Gishki level 10 guy by attributing Chigodia and just hoping to hit a Gishki monster with it to shuffle a card back, because that would out the 3000 attack guy.
So let me think. Kendama is a 6. Is Quandam a tuner?
Yeah.
Oh my god! So we can go for a
10
that requires 2 synchros.
We'll see if he has any disruption. I mean, this could the Zeal shuffling back the level 9 guy would be really big here, because then it would avoid the effect.
Yeah, this could. Oh, but the Quandam's gonna come in first.
I mean, we don't know what this card could do. It's
Stardust Warrior.
Stardust Warrior. Oh my
god.
And then he doesn't draw a Gishki anyway, so that's like pretty rough.
Jesus Christ, this is insane.
Stardust Warrior do something when it dies? Yeah, especially summon the guy from the extra. Oh my god, they both special summon guys.
No, and Stardust Warrior is just if it leaves the field. So even if he uses Zealgigas to get rid of it, it'll still trigger.
Wow.
This is turning up to be a crazy matchup. This is nuts.
And like Salvage is like crazy, but like it doesn't like do anything here. Kamina is just so low on resources. The banishes to the ritual monsters in grave were like really crucial, because the way that the mirror keeps recycling itself is by putting itself back in the deck to add a ritual from your grave to your hand. But if you banish the rituals, then you can't do that. So then you're just out of... Yeah, I think at this point he like realizes that he's sort of out of steam.
Yeah. I feel like I'm watching a battle from the anime right now. Like, this is nuts.
Yeah, like...
And he can't.
This is way better than the cards that Yusei has that activate like when an opponent's monster with exactly 1400 attack attacks your monster with 700 attack, do 600 damage. Like, this is way better because like it's real.
And Kaminakat can't attack over these things because they're both going to trigger if he does. So
right.
HardLeg's going to banish that Crystron monster, which adds a trap. Like, there's 3 different ones that are non-tuners, and each one adds either a monster, spell, or trap. So this one that he banishes is going to add a monster, I believe. Yes, a monster. And so that's just how he keeps recurring his resources. And then he's going to do the thing with Sulfur again, bring it back, pop itself to special add a monster. And this is nutty. This
is overkill. Yeah, ain't no kill like overkill. Jesus. I mean, this is some cool stuff. I think a lot of people were introduced to this archetype when Miguel Soto did a deck profile of it. I think he topped a regional with it, possibly. He did something with it at a regional, and people didn't really have a lot of experience with it, but even that, I think people watched the profile and said, well, that's kind of neat. But seeing it in action here, even against Gishkis, is really cool.
Yeah, so
what just happened?
He used the Gailongander to attack into the Zealgigas to kill itself, which triggered the effect. Oh my god, is the effect what its effect is, it special summons a banished monster. It doesn't specify Crystron, and doesn't specify where. So he brought back an opposing...
Are you sure it's not special monster from the grave? Because, I mean, was that from the banished?
Yeah, it was from the banished, because it was from Kaminakat's banished zone, because he had them banished previously from when he used the effect on the summon.
Oh yeah.
So
and
I
guess it still counted as being. It was still technically ritual summon. So
right. So then he crashed both of them to get it. That's, oh my god. This is nuts.
If Kamina has, Stardust can just negate stuff. I mean, he actually can start ritual summoning again.
He can. Yes.
Salvage is crazy. He has 2 of the rituals in hand. The Batunaful can get to a Gishki Abyss, although he might actually be out of those because he's ran through a lot of them. And I know he banished 1 off Desires.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't say I know. I'm pretty sure he banished 1 off Desires. So that's a big deal. But he can keep going here.
He's got the resources.
Yeah, he has the Gishki Beast as well, so that could actually get him to Abyss if he needed it to.
I think the biggest thing he has to worry about now is the effect of the Crystron, the effect monster, because that's going to enable him to do another Synchro Summon, and it's going to trigger the Starlight Junction, which can bounce one of his cards back.
Yeah, here we go. We see it activated.
Yep.
I feel like they usually only play 2 of the level 4 guy. Maybe I'm incorrect here, but it looks like he's targeting. Is that a level 3?
That's a level 3.
Level 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's Smogger. They're going to get shuffled back into the deck for Powered Insectron, which he's just using that at this point, I think, to just... So that resolved, and now Gishki Zilgigas is coming out, and then Junction's going to trigger, and Powered Insectron's going to trigger as well, and then that's just going to bounce. Oh my god, this is insane.
Oh, it does shuffle back into the deck. That's crazy.
Oh my god.
So now he has one more ritual summon, basically.
Yeah. So the
play here is Beast for Abyss to add Shadow, assuming he has a Shadow left in deck. I believe he does. And then add the Mirror, and then pray to someone to hit a Gishki monster off the draw.
But at that point, how are you still going to out this? He still has 2 back row, and you still have to deal with a Charge Warrior.
So Charge Warrior negates inherent summons, or what does it do exactly?
I believe it negates inherent summons, but even if he Zilgigas let's say he doesn't even do that. If he removes it off the field, he's going to trigger it anyway.
Yeah, things are not looking good.
I was going to say, I know, even though Kaminakat still has Steam here, I think HardLeg Gaming has complete control of this game right now.
You could no, this really, I don't see.
This is crazy. Oh my god. Okay, so he goes for the Beast.
I guess you summon Utopia and force it, or Castel. Utopia, hoping he doesn't stop it. I mean, you have no other play, right?
Well, Charge Warrior is going to get rid of itself and negate it.
Yep.
And then
does that not summon something?
So Charge Warrior is probably I think he resurrects himself like Stardust Dragon.
Nope, just kidding. It definitely what?
Yeah. It's this is nuts. I'm pretty sure this is over for at least game 1. But wow, what an incredible game 1 though. I don't even know what to think about this. So we're going to go straight into game 2, and it looks like Kamina is going to go ahead and go second.
Wing Dragon of Ra.
And Kamina's siding Wing Dragon of Ra, which means he's obviously playing Sphere Mode.
I'm pretty sure he's playing that because of Mountain of the Bound Crater. When Mountain of the Bound Crater is destroyed, you can add a Divine card from your deck to your hand.
Mm-hmm. But no, he's probably playing Sphere Mode, though, too, I imagine. Ooh, Scrap Recycler. Haven't seen that card in a while.
I mean, you wouldn't play... you would side Wing Dragon Raw if you thought your opponent was going to Sphere Mode you.
I guess
not
that's
if you
true.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's playing it because of Mountain of the Bound Crater. Not entirely sure. Man, I've never seen Synchron Junction used, and it seems to be at least pretty good. I mean, shuffling back a monster when you Synchro Summon, that seems pretty good to me.
Yeah. So Sulfur is going to do its normal trigger. It's going to get the Citri back out, and then HardLeg Joe's probably just going to pass here. He's already got the Citri ready for whatever Kaminakat does, but he has a Jizukiru, and that's actually the best
can distribute
card.
The tuner, right?
Exactly. So then that'll prevent him from doing anything.
Or he'll draw a Gamma Steel, so that's 30. That's a 3300 beater that you can put on the board here.
Exactly. So Kaminakat came in clutch with those kaijus there.
What level is Wing Dragon of Ra?
10.
So he can actually use it to ritual summon here, because Diva can get Abyss, which can get... Well, I guess he already has the Vision, actually. He should be able to at least do 1 ritual summon, possibly 2. Let's see, because he has Herald. He can make Herald Pure Light. Yeah, he should have... I'm guessing 2 ritual summons here. We will have to see. Because you go Shadow, that's a pretty good, and then you can go Diva for Abyss, add something. Yeah, he can have 2 ritual summons here.
So we got rid of the Raw for the Zilgigas, as you predicted, and
there's a waiting. So what could... I
was gonna say that back row. I'm really curious what he might have.
If he's Gishki,
ooh, Chalice. Okay.
Although that's 3,600 attack points
into that Scrap Recycler.
Right. So now he can Diva for Abyss, add a Shadow or whatever, and then I guess you can make Herald Pure Light, add back something else. That would be another ritual summon. I don't know if he's going to.
He can also summon the Jizukiru as well.
He could. Yep.
Because that's an extra 3,300 damage. So could he possibly OTK here?
He can't ritual summon and summon because the Herald would need to shuffle back a card.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So I don't know. Sky Cavalry would be like the more aggressive play. Mm-hmm. I'm interested to see what he'll choose. Okay, so he is summoning that. So then
You would probably go with Sky Cavalry here then.
Yeah.
Because there's no point to Pure Light. I mean, you also have the number 45, but he's an ignition effect, so he doesn't really do anything in this scenario.
Oh man, I'm like stupid. I keep saying that you can. I'm sure someone's already typed a comment saying that you can't Diva out Gishki Abyss. You can Batuna full Princess out Gishki Abyss. You cannot Diva out it because it is a fish monster. That is my fault there. So
okay.
that play was never on the table.
He could number 45 the Starlight Junction.
What is number 45? That's the crumble guy, right?
Yeah, so he has an effect where once per turn ignition effect, you detach and you basically target a face-up card in the field and its effects
Herald is really good though, right?
Oh yeah, that's really good too.
Man,
that's probably the
totally
best scenario.
In attack mode, that's ballsy.
He wants to go for that damage.
Yeah, I mean, if HardLeg summons a more than 600, less than 1,000 attack monster, that'd be pretty funny, because that would punish the attack position one.
Well, I know he has one monster in graveyard he can banish to add, but I don't know if I'm pretty sure it doesn't add monsters. I think the purple one adds monsters, and I don't think that's in his grave currently. I think the green
is the play here to make the rank 10 train guy to not. I mean, is the rank 10 train plus Herald pretty good? Okay, I actually do agree with just leaving the big monsters on board.
I do too.
He'll out this, because the Zeal will get him another draw next
turn.
He
does have the purple one. Okay, so he does get a monster.
Would you let that go through? I feel like I would let that go through. I guess he could just attack over it then.
I mean, does he have another monster though? Because if not, he's just going to summon the monster and attack over the Herald, isn't he?
Yeah, couldn't he add like a tuner? Does it not add tuners?
It only adds. I don't know if it's specific or not.
So you'll let it go through. I don't actually know what's gonna.
Okay, so he's gonna use the sulfur. He's gonna pitch, special summon it, do all that.
I feel
again.
like I would
negate that because that's
right?
like the ultimate enabler for this deck. If we've learned anything,
and he gets to add back the ritual.
That synergy, Heraldly Art like.
That's pretty cool.
In. Yeah,
I totally forgot about that. Okay, that makes it play really good then.
You know, kudos to these guys. This is like two guys who know their fucking shit right now.
Right.
And they're playing one hell of a match.
It's funny because one of the reasons I love this tournament so much, and as you guys have probably seen in the matches that have been posted, there were people that like. I mean, I know that when this was announced, like Jonathan Moore and I, Steam Synchron. There were people like trying to find out like the best deck, right? So they were trying to figure out like, win which artifact, like Blue Eyes, and then there were people that were just trying to meme it up, play some cool ass decks, and I think that's like really interesting that we saw people trying to like find what was meta, sort of like a Worlds format type thing. When 7 meta decks are banned, what do you play? And there are people that were like, I'm gonna play the coolest deck I can find.
I think that's the hallmark of the Grand Championship is when people like innovate like this. So the Inzektron's gonna come out.
Oh my god, a salvage draw. That's ridiculous.
That's so good. But the Junction's gonna trigger, so Zealgigas is getting going back to the deck.
Who cares? He has salvage instant fusion. That's insane.
True. Salvage
I don't know how he's gonna out that. Unless Steam Synchron says like draw Exodia, I don't think this is gonna. I think this is gonna be gained this turn.
I think Steam Synchron lets him synchro during his opponent's turn, so I think he'll get. Unless Starlight Junction's only once per turn, I think he might get another trigger off of it. During your opponent's main phase, you can synchro summon using this card. Yep. So he could. What level is Steam Synchron? A 3. So he can make a 9. Can he make that one Crystron that was a 9? Or is that
I think he can. So that would be 2 banishes.
Or is that require 3?
Maybe I've spoken too soon. I don't know.
I guess we'll find out. So we see Salvage come down, which is like one of the best cards this deck has. Yeah. People say Salvage is good in Mermails with the Atlanteans, but I think it's so
good in here. Yeah,
it's
you just
way better in this deck.
Search 2 cards, add both searches back to your hand, and search 2 more cards. There's a lot of momentum here. I think we would have to see the level 9 Crystron Synchro come down here. If that's even a possible play, I think we would have to see that now.
It might require 3 monsters, but I feel like there's a waiting. Yeah. Okay, no, so he's good. He gets a Pot of Desires, which is pretty good.
Oh my god, that's crazy. And he has the Infusion still after all this.
Yeah.
And he has a Shadow. That's pretty cool.
So.
What is? Oh, he didn't have a Ritual Engrave.
It's still main phase, so apparently HardLeg Gaming still doesn't see the need to
use so Tunaful, non-Diva, can get to Abyss. So now we will have another Ritual Summon.
And And he still has the instant fusion for a possible Bahamut Shark play as well.
Possible Bahamut Shark, possible Herald of Pure Light. Basically, just whatever he feels like doing today.
This is nuts. This match is absolutely crazy. What would you do here? What do you feel like is ideal?
I literally don't know. I guess just try to summon because the power in Zekrom can't be destroyed by. Or that's actually just a turn it's summoned, right?
I think it has some sort of immunity.
I guess I'd try to ritual summon it again. He has a couple ways to do that. You can just overlay. I don't know about that. I don't even know if you need that. Wait, you could just overlay for Super Dreadnought Cannon, do 2000 and attack over the little guy. That'd be a possible play.
Well, I think he's also worried too if he can go into that level 9, which we're still unsure if that's even a play. I think this way he can chain in response, so he actually has, or he can chain now rather, because then that way he won't lose anything to the banish effect.
I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a waiting thing coming up, so I actually feel like
he might be okay.
Yeah, I feel like you can't. I mean, this can be like a lot because it's a ritual summon, and then it's an instant fusion. Yeah.
But we don't know though. I mean, obviously we don't know Crystron's. I mean, that's
anything can happen.
All the Crystron players out there are like, "Oh, I know exactly what he's gonna do."
Big though, hitting the Gishki off of that is pretty incredible.
That's huge.
Because now you can just shuffle back the power and Zekrom,
right?
And
this is in resolution as well.
Yep.
So he can't even chain the Steam Synchron.
I don't even know how this is a thought. I guess you have to read Starlight Junction just to make sure it doesn't do anything crazy. But I feel like it's pretty straightforward. Just shuffle back the power and Zekrom and go for game.
Yeah, because at this point you have 6,400 damage on board.
That is slightly more than 3,600.
And then you still have the instant fusion.
Just in case.
He did get rid of the Starlight Junction. Interesting.
So he was afraid of, I guess, like a response synchro play to bounce stuff, but I don't know if that's necessary. I mean, I guess this is still game on board. I feel like, if you shovel back Power and Zekrom, he can't synchro anyway. So unless there's is there a Crystron that activates in the graveyard or something? I feel like they don't.
I don't think there is, but again, with this deck, I don't know the deck enough to really say for sure. So.
I don't know. Every time he's making a play here, there's no waiting.
Oh my god, he's rezzing back the Herald of Arclight with Norden. That's so good.
That's pretty easy. So he's a dweller, so they'll get attack boosts.
Yeah. So now this Yogigast at 37, and this also stops any graveyard shenanigans.
So now he can ritual. So I guess he's still getting the ritual summon. I guess this is just revenge
for another ritual summon.
So this is, I guess, just revenge for the bad beat last game.
Oh yeah. Kaminakat wants to get in HardLeg Gaming's head at this point.
Right.
What's he gonna get? Ooh, instant fusion, which is still good, but we probably doesn't have any more targets for it.
Right.
Yeah, so this is pretty much. Is he just gonna go for the Gustav Max just for the disrespect? Oh, he's not.
Was the power and Zekrom someone this turn?
I believe it was. I actually don't remember.
I feel like it was last turn.
This turn has gone on so long that I don't actually remember.
Wait, why didn't he do any damage? Did we miss something?
Is there something that prevented damage from going through?
We definitely missed something then.
What did he...
That probably explains why he wasn't going for game.
Yo, that would explain a lot. What did Kaminakat or HardLeg do that prevents damage? Ooh, the Chalice for the Dweller. That's so good.
Well, no, because he can just prevent the Dweller from being affected by card effects. That's true. With the Super Door guy, it doesn't actually negate the monster's effects. It just makes it unaffected. So it's like the benefit of Felgram without the downside.
The drawback. Oh, okay,
yep.
Okay, you're right. Still, though, I mean, if there was a top deck to have if he didn't have the Dora.
What was the damage? Was the Junction? Is that what that... I don't know.
Is it... I'm really trying to think what card stops his damage. Was it... Nothing with, Butuniful, is it?
No. Butuniful is his tribute, so...
Well, anyway, whatever the case is, Kaminakat still takes game 2 anyway, and,
Okay.
Alright, it's 1-1. I don't even know who I want to win this.
Oh, man. The Maxi, the Salvage.
The Diva.
It's pretty good. The Instant Fusion. Oh, he's going second, though.
Yeah.
Although Maxi seems pretty good.
So Joe gets the Junction. The interesting thing about Max C is, though, you're probably going to want to Max C during your own turn with this deck.
Right.
Because it doesn't do a lot of special summoning during the player's turn.
I mean,
So
doesn't this one do that? Doesn't this pop it to? I mean, I would probably save it.
This would just give you a 1-for-1 because he's gonna pop it, I believe, to just special summon the Citri.
Man, I'm so proud of you for knowing the names because I never could.
I know the names of a few of them.
That's a pretty good draw, though.
I know Citri's like the key, like one of the key ones to the deck.
It probably won't. Wow, you're a beast. That's incredible. It probably won't come up this game, but a funny play you can do is Diva into the Vision to then Herald of Pure Light the Maxi back to your hand. It probably won't happen, but
it's cute.
Cause I'm pretty sure he's gonna norm on the Beast, right?
Yeah,
seems good.
Beast is just like a wolf bark essentially for Gishki.
Yep.
Yeah. So now he has probably Bahamut Shark's probably your best thing here.
He can make double Bahamut, double Toad.
Yeah.
That seems pretty good.
This is gonna force a response from the Citri. So he's gonna go into something. So that's a 2 and a 3. So that's a level 5. And then Cataster. Okay, so he wants to trigger the junction to bounce Bahamut back, but.
So what's funny about that is that now puts Salvage online. So
he could just bring it all back.
Kamina he can instant fusion, make the Bahamut anyway, and then salvage back the Beast and the Shadow, and then ritual summon the Zeal in the same turn because Shadow counts as the whole ritual summon. I don't know if he'll do that, but that seems like a pretty good play. We'll have to see.
I think at this point his priority is getting the Toad online, so then he protects himself from the back row because who the hell knows
this does that too because you get the Beast Engrave. So now he's 2 level 4 water or 2 1500 attack or lower waters, so you can just salvage him back. Yeah, okay.
So now he does the exact
same
thing.
And then he has the Beast for next turn,
which is
like
insane.
just in case.
Yeah, so that's another rank 4 play there. Does Beast lock you only into water monsters if you use it?
No,
oh wow,
okay. It's just
so it's straight up like Wolfbark. Okay.
Right.
Nice. So yeah, so now Zeal comes out. He gets a Gishki monster, so now he gets
That's pretty good. So now I can out the Cataster question mark? I mean what could the back row be? We've seen
is this game 48? This is game exactly.
Oh, the Bahamut Shark can't attack.
Oh, Bahamut Shark can't attack. That's right, because you summoned Toad, so never mind. But
I feel like I would kill Cataster.
Yeah,
I don't
Cataster's kind of like the threat
The
here.
junction's like serious though. I don't. That's a hard. I see he's struggling. I wouldn't know what to do. The back row could be relevant. The Cataster's pretty relevant. The junction's pretty relevant.
I wouldn't worry the most about the back row because you have Toad for the back row.
Sure.
So I feel like Cataster or Junction's probably your priority at this point.
Yeah.
And then
I just want to say I did appreciate the decision to summon the Toad, not like be greedy and attack with the Shark first.
Yeah.
To do more damage.
Mm-hmm. Very conservative play there. And so now, is there anything else he can do? I feel like he's kind of
I think it's just passing
done for the turn. Yeah. I'm really curious to see what Joe's got for this turn. So
he doesn't really have any graveyard stuff set up, so you'd have to.
And he has to go through a Toad. That's
right.
the biggest thing.
That's the hard part. And the Toad, I'm assuming he tributes the Bahamut, but if he tributes the Toad, or if the Toad does die, he can then add back a Shadow, ritual summon again, just in case.
Ooh, limiter removal.
That seems. So now he'll have to Toad that, otherwise it'll just. Oh
my god. Kaminakat has rank 10 machines in his extra deck.
Yeah?
He could limiter removal his own rank 10. I just want to see that happen.
After stealing it, you mean?
Yeah, so like he negates it with Toad, steals the limiter removal, and then summons another Zeal, makes a Dora, and then uses the Dora. He has a 6,400 attack Dora.
Oh my god, that would have been amazing.
That would have been the ultimate ending to this game. That's all I have to say. So now he's going to use the effect of the purple Crystron, which is going to bring out the Citri. We pretty much know how that goes now. And he's going to pass on that. We know he has the ability to use Junction at some point. Bahamut can still summon another Toad, though. So I feel like if he's going to use Citri, he has to use it now. Yeah.
Yep. Which we're seeing.
Yep. So he's probably... I don't know what other level 5... Oh, no. It's a 3. So 3... Oh, yeah. So it is still 5. Does he have another... I don't know.
Well, is that one that switches the guys to defense?
Maybe?
Which
doesn't really do any good because... Ooh, Amtex. That's a new one.
No, wasn't that the guy that's... Maybe not.
No, I think it was a different one. So now Junction's going to bounce the Toad. But he does have the option... Oh, no, okay. So it gets rid of that. I don't think that's the one that shuffles or switches him to defense, but
I guess not. Yeah.
Hits the
Let's see.
Aqua Mirror off the Zeal. It's not a monster, unfortunately.
You can. No, it is the one that switches into defense.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, he just hovered over it.
Well, I guess he didn't have... Actually, I'm not sure. Maybe it was special summon this turn, switches them to defense, or maybe he didn't trigger it. I don't know.
Did it miss timing because of the toad summon? I guess I didn't read if it was a when you can have. I don't know.
That's true.
Didn't activate.
For whatever
That's the
reason, it
important
didn't
part.
activate. We're doing our best.
Does he still have his normal summon? Yeah, he does.
He
Holy
does.
shit,
He has it.
that's-
Yeah. All he did was Bahamut for Toad so far. And,
There's so many plays.
yeah, I think he's in really good shape right now because I really don't know what...
I mean, you can just shadow and then beast into lightning. That'll prevent the synchro from summoning another guy when it dies. I feel like that's what he's going to do, almost certainly. Because you just don't want the thing to activate, right?
Yeah.
So you just go for a lightning. Yep.
I think that's your whole goal.
Castell. Castell works too. Yeah.
So he's going to spin that back, and this should be game, unless we're missing something here.
Speed Rudimenko. No, yeah,
I would die. Yeah, that's definitely game. So, wow, that was a game, guys.
We
Any
finally
final
figured
thoughts,
out
Doug?
what the Cristrons did by the very end of it. So
Yeah, I know. I feel like I accomplished something. So, guys, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next match.